Hello, this is One with 8567, and this is the bonus video. You can see where we are near the shield shop in the light world. Light world, dark world. If you lost your shield, this is the best store to go to in both games. There are likes here for people who are playing the Game Boy Advance version, which we're currently in. The shield shop has a $50 50 rupee fighter shield and a $500 fireball. If you kill an enemy with stolen shield, you get it back, but if not, you can go in here. Prices change if you have the mirror shield in the Game Boy Advance version. It's unstealable in the original version, but only light likes can steal your mirror shield in the Game Boy Advance version. And by the way, those things right there shooting spears at us are moblins. I'll try to cover as many of the enemies as we can that we might have missed. I know I didn't show them, but you've seen a lot of them. The swampland molas in the swamp palace. I mean, not swamp palace. Misery Mire are called swamolas. Sorry, I didn't get to say it. And those are Terrasus, as we remember. This is post commentary for those who didn't know, so don't be alarmed. And now we're gonna go show you something completely different. Here we are. We got actual money rock. If you see one of these in the Game Boy Advance version, you can get free money off of it. Just remember, once you see the red ruby, stop swinging or that will happen. And now I'll show you some other stuff. Oh wait, you can only see that in the Game Boy Advance version, and this is only in the Super Nintendo version. And the Virtual Console. This is Chris Houlihan room. He won a contest for Nintendo Power way back when, before this game came out. I'm not going to go over the full history, but yeah, this is a secret room. In the Virtual Console, it's called the Top Secret Room. In the Game Boy Advance version, this is dummied out, so you can't get to it. I'll show you how to get to this on the Super Nintendo version, so don't worry. But now I'm going to show you some of the fairy fountains we've missed, and also cover some enemies we may have missed. Like this one. Get this. Yeah, that's one of the fairy fountains that we didn't cover in the main game. I hope everyone's enjoying Link Between Worlds I got, or whatever you picked up yesterday, if you did pick something up. I know there's a good release list yesterday. So if you're enjoying your purchases, good on ya. If not, then I don't know what to say. Sorry, maybe? I know I didn't make them, so I can't be responsible, but there's another fairy fountain. And now we're gonna use the warp, blow the flute in a few seconds, so they get rid of some of these guys, because that will attract attention, as you can see. And we're actually gonna go to 5. Yeah, we're actually going here. In that gray rock right there was another warp to the Dark World. So if you need it, take it. If not, then don't worry about it. And here's some fairies if you need them. That's right, 5 leads to a fairy fountain I never used. That's why I don't think of 5 that much, because I never use it, because I usually use 4 to go to a place I usually go to. The fairy fountain I use. It's right up here! In this little rock formation, it might be a liftable rock or a dash rock. I think I got it during the playthrough, but yeah, that's the one I usually use. And there's a fairy in that tree, by the way, if you need it too. Awesome! Great place to get fairies, and now I'm gonna walk around. Oh yeah, I can't take that path. I couldn't take that path because Link Between Worlds wasn't out when this thing happened. But you can take that path in the actual game. Yes, I've seen a little bit of it. Not too much though, I haven't seen any dungeons or anything specific, so don't worry. I'm just trying to cover as much information as we can in this extra video, because this will be the last video, so don't worry. I'll try not to leave you with anything missed. Although I won't give you any of the story text or anything like that, so you still have stuff you can explore on your own. It's not experience if you don't do everything. Well, if I show you everything the game has to offer, is it? Anyway, we're going north up this way. And we're still going north. That's okay though, because sometimes you have to go north to get to where we're going. And you may have seen this in the main playthrough, but I'm going to show it anyway, just in case I didn't show you the other half of this, of what's under here. More fairies! That's right, we got more fairies there. So, if you're in the area, pick it up. If not, you can just use Warp to 4 and go to Link's house. No enemies in your way, and it's quick and easy. And now we're gonna warp, and I'm gonna show you another. That's right, we still got more to show. I mean, I didn't show many of the fairy founds during the game, because we usually got to them when I needed them, or when we crossed them. So I had to make sure I was getting to them okay. And lift this rock up as soon as I check my map one more time. And fill with buttons. Okay, the things dropping bombs are called zeros, and that thing that's hopping around is called a picket. Those things will steal a fireball, shield, or below. Noticing why I was going over here, I think I was just dashing around looking for something. They're trying to get my bearing straight. Those hopping things are called ropas. R-O-P-A. They're your standard enemies, they're the ones that's going to cause the most trouble. Some of these trees will talk to you, some of them will just throw a bomb and say, get out of here, basically, but like I said, it's for you to discover. They usually say interesting tips that I've already given you or something, so don't worry. We got more moblins here. Oh, and by the way, that thing that's walking around that looks like a monkey that'll throw bombs at you are called hijinks. You may see one in the bonus ending throwing a super bomb while holding a super bomb as well as playing catch. And this thing here is called a stall, S-T-A-L, as soon as I get the right one to activate. I usually try to avoid rocks in the overworld of the dark world just for that reason, because I know some of them are going to be tricks. Or these guys. And here we go, we got a coup. That's these one-eyed Zoras in the dark world. So I finally got to mention their actual names. And down here, right here, the thing that's acting like an Octorok, that red thing, is called a Slarok. S-L-A-R-O-K. Now you're asking why we're going up here. It's for another fairy fountain. The most out-of-the-way fairy fountain in the game, probably. I don't know why anyone would ever come here, but if you come here for looking for something, I'll show you what's over here so that way you're not wasting your time. Aren't they nice? There's really no reason to come over here at all. In case you ever are, there's this guy here that'll tell us a little bit of a story, which there are guys like this throughout the game. You can find a lot of them, and you can pay money to hear stories. So if you want to hear more of the story or some information, you can. But it's not necessary. I mean, if you want to go exploring and finding them, you can. You don't have to. Now we're gonna go in here. There's also these caves like this, which I'll also show off just to be nice. This confirmed my tip about the ice rod and the magic hammer. That if you do hit an enemy with the ice rod and then hit it with the magic hammer, or either in the magic hammer, you'll get a better chance of getting a magic canter, which you might need sometimes. Of course, my luck goes varying. And here's the other fairy fountain that's in the dark world where the ice rod was. Yes, the other one has fairy fountain too that had the golden bee, if you remember. Which, by the way, you can actually sell if you want to the guy in the shop that sold you the magic bottle. He'll give it to you for 100 rupees. No way of getting money if you want to keep walking over here, picking up that bee, and selling it. In the Game Boy Advance version, there's a shop in the Village of Outcasts. I keep calling it that, even though it has a different name in the Game Boy Advance version. That's the name I'm more familiar with. But yeah, you can sell it for money. Nothing bad. I think Village of Outcasts is for a different thing. No way, it is on a sign in this game. Yeah, that's right, it is. It's called on a sign, so I am right. And there's the other Light World vary. I didn't get to show the one on this one in the Dark World, but it's opposite. When you're in Misery Mire, it's opposite the swamp where we got the heart piece. You don't have to warp, it's just there next to Misery Mire. And here's the room I usually go to for rupees, if I need them. Just list out these pots. Every time you get 50 rupees, exit and reset. Great place to get rupees if you're out. So yeah. And in case I didn't mention it, the thieves in the Village of Outcasts are called Piku. Yeah, just like the regular thieves in the Light World in the forest. And I can get that with my sword because this is in the GBA version. Lovely. And now I'll show you how I got to the Chris Houlihan room, and now will be the last thing I show off. This is not really a beginner's trick, so you have to know what you're doing to do this. So if you're a beginner and you don't want to know, you can stop watching now. Thank you and glad you had fun if you did. If you want to learn how, keep watching. Dash into this tree, and then dash and hit down while you're charging the boots. This will make sure your spray is a little offline. And then we keep dashing, take out the enemies, and keep going right. Don't get hit. I think it does mess up the trick if you do it wrong. And then we dash. We had to dash from the south side to make it mess up, and because our sprite's offline, it doesn't put us in the right place, so it gives us the error, and we're put in this room, which now does not have rupees because I already got them. That's Chris Houlihan, this is Toss of Your Room, and this is the end of the project. I'm Al Wentworth 8567, and I'll see you on the next project, if there is one.